copyright claims like we normally do. It's Sunday night. I'm contractually obligated to do simulation night. And I just really feel like some relaxing Harvest Moon. Because I've been getting my ass handed to me on streams lately. Constantly being destroyed in Hoi. Failing even the easiest of 2 hours of hells. Punishment games aplenty. So yeah, it's nice to play some sinister Harvest Moon. Nah, just kidding. I couldn't hurt the dog. I could never hurt Homer. Let's see what's on the telly. Thank goodness. We've been very unlucky with the rain, because it means we have to spend a whole lot of our time watering our crops, but now it's pouring down like Gundam Tanaka's tears. So our favourite show, Life on the Farms, explaining the hothouse. If we had the wood, we could probably get one, and given the fat stacks of cash we have, we could probably afford to even buy up that wood. But I'm in no hurry to get a hothouse. We'll get one when we get one. Actually, it'd be a great idea to get one for winter. First thing to do, as usual, tend to the animals. It's easiest to do right at the start of the day, because they're right next to all their little feeder bins. There's a real handy-dandy Game Shark code that when you put it in, it locks all of these animals to their feeder bin positions. Not that I'd know anything about using that. But I found that in Skyrender's Back to Nature guide, which is the best guide on Back to Nature in existence. In fact, it's one of the most thorough guides I have read. No, I should avoid using such words. It is the most thorough guide I have ever read for a game. It's got everything you could conceivably want. Speaking of everything we could ever want, that medium milk is really going to start adding up in terms of money. It's a shame we're so good at managing our crops that it really doesn't come into play. As long as you load up on sweet potatoes and pineapples, halfway through the first year you're gonna have more money than you'll ever need. There we go. Doesn't take long, just keep everybody happy. And it... oh jeez, get out of my way, guys. Move your fat ass, Syl. Was that Syl? Who are you? No, it was Rance. On your way, sir. Are those cows still happy when you turn them into steaks? No, this is not that strange DS game that I played where you do butcher your animals. Wish I could remember what it was. I don't have a functioning DS, so I couldn't tell you. I've been playing more and more of the new 3DS Harvest Moon game, whose name somehow manages to evade me right now. Man, what is that pile of garbage? Story of Seasons. And the more I play, the more I just really do not like that game. But I'm still going to keep powering through it. Partly because I told everybody that they should try it if they were interested in Harvest Moon and wanted a modern version. Feel like I should be drinking my own poison. So I'll take care of some of the crops just a little bit, as I often do. But then it's time to get our groove on with the villagers. One villager in particular, since today is... okay, no, actually I got my seasons mixed up, never mind. Just as well. I thought it was a certain somebody's birthday today, but it most certainly is not. I'm 1 month off. The name of that DS game is going to bother me for quite some time. I probably have it somewhere tucked away. What surprised me most that it was a sequel. It was such a low quality game, and yet it was a sequel. So our chickens are doing really good and producing high quality eggs now. The trouble is all the eggs are the same monetary value. But that's a value we can increase by launching them into the hot springs. It actually makes them the most valuable thing in the game because it's something that our dear beloved Anne likes. Oh Anne, I would walk over hot coals for you, but I don't have to because I can just give you loads of these spa-boiled eggs. If it's to see the smile on her face, then I'd boil up any number of eggs for her. How are you doing? No, just spilt my drink. These are dried weeds, aren't they? Dead weeds. What a shame. Away you go. Now, if they were some not so dead weeds, I could have given them to Papuri here, and she would be head over heels for us. Maybe dead weeds still work? I'm not about to test it. I probably tested it in a previous session of this anyway. There's an interesting bug where you could run off of this at a certain angle and be levitated in the air, but wouldn't be surprised if it's PAL only. You could also run up the stairs and end up running into the mountain. But we are not playing the PAL version right now. At least I hope we're not, because certain PAL versions lock up when you marry. And wouldn't that be tragic? It was decided very early on, but we're going to be marrying Karen. I need to stop by because I can't remember what her heart level is at. But after the massive quantity of alcohol that we poured down her throat, she probably likes us quite a lot. Jake, sorry to ask, but... What is it, Kev? You said once you never really got onto the computer when you were younger. If that's the case, how did you get into Caesar? Ah, story time, is it? No, well, we had a family computer. It was pretty old and crappy. I mean, it was pretty good in the year 1994, but past that, it wasn't very good. And I got a demo of the Caesar 3. I got a demo of loads of games, but the only ones that really captured my eye were Magic Boy, Caesar 3, and Dungeon Keeper. And boy, did I enjoy those. Well, regardless of the situation, I want to go and fish something out. One of the many things my mother did was work in a charity shop for a while, and that meant loads of these magazines came in, and magazines oft had the CDs with... that's not so good. I don't have space for more than 2 things here. I gotta hope that I don't fish up another boot. Nice! Oh, a Meacham fish as well. That is really nice. So I played all these demo games, and Caesar 3 was one of them, and it was so good that when Caesar 3 actually released, saved up my pocket monies and went and got that. Oh, it was so good. Same with Dungeon Keeper. If memory serves, Dungeon Keeper had a warning saying only runs on Windows 95 and better, and you were like, haha, I'm the cool kid on the block, I have Windows 95. So I accidentally thought that it was your birthday, but I'm a nice guy, I'm going to give you a birthday gift anyway. Juan loves nothing, and the only thing he likes are fish. How appropriate. Oh, that was the wrong thing. There we go. Alright, the degenerate Cliff is not around in the inn because we actually went and got him a job. Oh, hello lovely. Oh, she's getting butterflies just by seeing us. Man, she's so cute, it almost hurts that we're going to be going for Karen. So I think that answered the question. Family computer, lots of demos, and the only 2 games that were really properly played on it, because it wasn't really a gaming spec PC, were Caesar 3 and Dungeon Keeper. Oh, Stronghold as well, but how did I get into Stronghold? I remember seeing it on sale in Asda. and thinking, building castle. It looked really cool. It had the wolf on the front cover, all dressed in mail, and it had the castle and the people carrying around food, and I was like, hold on, you get to build up your whole castle economy? I read the spiel in the back, and I think I bought it for £6. It wasn't even that expensive. Ran like ass on our PC. Oh, somebody else is getting butterflies when checking out our ripped farmer boy. Sadly, I don't have any wine for you, and it's a little too late in the day to be buying up wine. Plus, I've got all this rubbish that I'm holding on to. I wonder if Jeffrey here likes mushrooms. There you go, Jeff. He does. I'm sorry, Jeffrey, but I'm strapped for cash myself. Stronghold was so good, but it did take a very long time to install, and when you started it up the program, you went away for half an hour and came back and maybe it had loaded. It was not very spry like that. Dignata saying, I can't believe you're marrying that drunken wench Karen instead of a pure maiden like Anne. I'm guessing maiden is what he tried to write, otherwise I'd hate to think he's swearing in my chat. Okay, we got some crops to look after. Although maybe we can meet up with Karen later. We really need to knock her up to red heart so that we can marry her. So what'll I do? Finish my farming, which actually may take quite a while. Go and grab a truffle, and then go out drinking with her. Remember when Jeff sold his wife's $30,000 blue feather for $1,000 just to make ends meet? Yes, I do. That was his decision. Actually, given how things work in his family, it was probably his wife's decision, or even Karen's decision. It's like, listen, you've got to give Farmer Marvin a huge discount, or else he won't be able to buy me loads of wine. But Karen, with the money we could buy the wine, and then have some left over. Man, I command the economy of this place. Feels pretty good. So all the things I said about the new Harvest Moon, or well, Story of Seasons game on the 3DS, I take it all back. If you want the Harvest Moon experience, either play the old ones, or if you think that it has too much tedium, and you'd be right, because I mean, look at all this, I'm having to pick up these crops individually like some kind of pleb, then for the love of all that is holy, play Rune Factory. I recommend starting with 3 and then playing 4. You could jump straight to 4, but I'd never recommend going from 4 to 3 or 3 to 2 or 2 to 1, because the innovations are just too good. You don't want to live without them. Okay, I am not overflowing with time here. Thankfully I don't have too much that I have to harvest here. Really, I don't need these green peppers anymore. We're not playing Ready Steady Cook. They're not worth that much money, and all I really need to really get are the eggplants. Need to get eggplants up to 100 shipped, and then I can get the extra ingredient, which I think for fall are pumpkins. Seriously, Jake, with your love of shekels, you would marry into a bankrupt family with an alcoholic? Now the daughter of an innkeeper. That's a solid investment. True, they have more land with the inn, but they've only got 2 rooms. There is some lacking business sense going there with Doug. Right, got the important thing. Chomp. Chomp. There's almost nothing worth consuming in this game other than Bodigizer and Turbo Jolt. the stamina recovery that you get from eating things in this game is pitiful. It's nowhere near Rune Factory levels. Rune Factory is so good. Just stop watching my stream and go and play it. Hell, I want to stop watching my stream and go play Rune Factory. That's what I think every time I'm playing Story of Seasons. Just how much better Rune Factory was. I guess it takes away from the farming in Rune Factory, but it really plays it to its strength. Oh, you don't have to go and individually feed all your animals. They just eat from the amount of harvested feed you have. It's like, well, good. This isn't good. Where's Karen on a Monday evening? Oh, of course, she'll be at the beach. I wonder if I'll be able to catch her, or if I'd be better just stalking her by her house. No, I'll try the stalking approach. Never fails. Let me in, Jeff. Oh, heavens no, she doesn't get flowers. How many evenings have we spent just stalking Karen outside of her house? Either with alcohol or truffles. Ron209 calls me out. He says, if Rune Factory is so good, why don't you stream it? Excellent question, but the reality is that it's for... there we go. It's for the DS and the 3DS, and I do not have the capabilities to stream those. I think the DS can be reasonably emulated now. I drove over my DS, which is why I don't have it. So I was borrowing my housemate's DS for a while, but I decided not to take it with me when I flew to another country, because I'm a reasonable guy. There's also the Rune Factory Oceans, or Tides of Destiny, depending on where you're from, but the problem with that game is that it's ass. So you won't see me streaming that anytime soon. I tried to like it. I tried really, really hard to like Tides of Destiny. But moving around in that huge ocean was a pain. The combat was a bit meh. The monsters are amazing. You can befriend any of the monsters, take them into dungeons, they'll fight for you. But the way you need to use monsters to grow crops is just absurd. So most Rune Factory or Harvest Moon games, you till the land, you throw down the seeds, you water them, and then whatever you grew, or whatever you sowed? Whatever seeds you threw into the ground will grow into their respective plants or vegetables or fruits. In Tides of Destiny, you walk around the landscape, you wave a stick, drop some magical powder everywhere, and then what grows depends on what animals you have tending to your farm. So it's less of a farming simulator, more of an enslavement simulator. Now you'd think I'd be all for that, but I want to throw down carrot seeds and get carrots, not wave a stick and oh, you get some lumber. It was an awful, awful system. The characters are all crazy, but you kind of come to expect that in these games. They were pretty fun, though. That's a story there, Jake. How did you drive over your DS? It's nothing fancy. I just was walking with my bag, and I would usually throw my bag against my car as I rummage for my car keys and open it up. But one day I left my bag near where I'd thrown it at the car, which was under the wheel. Everything else was fine though, including my tablet that was in that bag. Alicia says, Tides was awful. If you're doing a Harvest Moon and holding the player back from farming at the start of the game, you're doing it wrong. Everything in that game is holding you back from doing any proper amount of farming. I have a lot of issues with Tides. And the menuing system was clunky, but maybe that's more the Wii's fault. Yeah, everything's the Wii's fault. Okay, Marvin, you're getting your designated 1.5 hours of sleep. What a cruel and hilarious series of events. I stopped putting my bag down next to my the wheel of my car. So it worked out, I guess. Besides, I learned quite a bit about the DS because oh yes, a rainy day. I love rainy days. I dismantled my entire DS and bought a replacement screen because I was just going to fix it myself. I mean, I disassembled a PSP to hard mod it. Surely I could do the same for a DS. Problem is I bought the wrong screen. I'd broken the touchscreen and I bought a replacement top screen, so that was also silly. And at that point I figured it's a sign. I've still got it, and I want to fix it someday. A lot of good memories with that DS, so I'm not about to get rid of it. So we're being told about the benefits of having the hothouse. There are a few, but the biggest not benefit of it is that it's just going to get blown down by a hurricane. Alright, let's learn how to make something delicious. Alright, Naru, tell us about your new dish. Truffle rice. Ingredients: truffle and rice. Add salt and soy sauce if you like. Ton ding. Okay, how about this? We're going to make some truffle rice today. Oh, wait, that's not possible. It's Tuesday. The shop will be closed. Do we have any truffles over here? I would quite like to make some. 2, in fact. Didn't take Jake for someone who gives up after buying the wrong screen. I wonder if they still sell replacement bottom screens. What's up, old man? Have you lost your daughter again? Sorry, granddaughter. Your daughter's still lost. Okay, so we've got the sheep festival going on tomorrow, and we are absolutely going to enter a sheep. And we're going to get a lovely relationship bonus with the whole city. Or at least everyone we talk to there. So I'm going to leave this to chat. We've got to enter one of them. If they win, they're going to start producing golden fleece. At 4 hearts, I don't think any of them are really going to win, but we can try. Master, de Valois, Habsburg, and Enrique. First 1 to 3 is the one we'll send in. That's 1 for Master, 1 for Enrique, 2 for Master, 3 for Master, just slightly bidding Habsburg there. Alright, Master. If for some reason we have new people around here, Master is the MC from ActRaiser 2. Raise Your Acts edition. What a great game. The only real question is, when is the next ActRaiser 2 marathon? Oh, that's a bit of a shame. They took him away on the day that he has all his wool. Then again, I think you need a sheep that hasn't been sheared for the competition. So in a sense, we were extremely lucky. I'm going to not shear them until Master gets back. I don't want Master to feel left out. Huh, that was very lucky, because sheep only get their wool back every 7 days. No! That flower that we can pluck everywhere like a weed, and we accidentally threw it away. Now, if I were playing this game and I were going for like a 3-year playthrough, I would not be having animals. The horse is fine because you can leave it in its shed and give it nothing, not even sunlight, and it'll be fine. But having to look after cows and sheep and all that every day, when some days you just want to jump back into bed instantly, you don't want to have to look after everyone. Nice, Caesar is looking happy. Notice we're saying you look happy instead of something like grow up big and strong. Which is good, it means when Barley comes along, he's not going to steal Caesar from us. Not that he has any right to. We're just a little short on eggplants. I'm terrible at telling when the grass is ready. Okay, we have a very short window to do so, but I want to buy some wine. We need to go and woo both Karen and Anne. It'd be really nice if I could get them up to Red Heart soon, but that's also pretty tricky. It is somebody's birthday today though, so we also need to work on that. Unfortunately, the supermarché is closed, so we won't be able to gift wrap anything. But I'm sure they'll be happy with what we give them anyway. I'm going to give them their favourite good. See if you can guess who it is, judging by the goods that I carry around with me. It's not Anne's birthday, that has been and gone. Ah, welcome, Draco. Chomp. I believe it's 750 lumber for the hothouse, and we got 420. I could easily just pay for the rest of it, but every time you chop down one of these, you're getting 100 ducats, and I like 100 ducats. So it takes quite a bit of playing a game to know it reasonably well. I know this game reasonably well. I don't know all the numbers that are in it, but I know all the mechanics to it. Almost all the mechanics to it. And then there's games like Europa that I know inside out through playing it a huge amount. Makes such a difference from playing a game that you know nothing about, a la Magical Poppin'. Oh, I'm going the wrong way here, but I still want to buy that wine. The thing is, I still really enjoyed this game even when I had no idea what I was doing. Right, now for the real love of our life, mana. Here you go. She's so cute. I used to draw the characters from Harvest Moon. Why did I never draw Mana? Probably because I had terrible taste as a child. Now I'm wondering if I should buy some grape juice for Doug. Doug really doesn't like wine. He can't drink alcohol, or he can't drink much alcohol. No, I need to concentrate on Karen here. But I really wonder if Mana likes eggs. I guess we're about to find out, because I want to not have any favoritism here. Oh, Guess she doesn't feel special towards spa-boiled eggs. Or at least she likes them on the same level that she likes those blue flowers. Done, and done very slowly, because Mana loves to talk. Well, that's alright. She's beautiful and I could listen all day. Now, where is Karen on rainy Tuesdays? Better consult with my stalking sheet. She'll be in there till 1 PM. Hold on, is she going to be in there all day? Tuesday, rainy days. Ah, she'll be in Gotz's from 2 to 4. That's good. Well, that came out of nowhere. Got any other words of wisdom for me there, Jeff? Okay, so Jeff is the gold digger. He's got all this debt. I bet the supermarket is hers too. Jake, have you played any of the Atelier games? I played one of them for the DS and I was instantly turned off of it. Seemed a little too ugh for me. You know what I mean. Alright, so I got a window from 2 to 4 to go and hit up my beloved Karen. Ugh. Beloved there did not feel natural. Here you go. I wonder if you like alcohol. Better not ruin my chances here. The egg routine is working fine. I really like cats. I can't exactly have a cat right here, but there are plenty of cats in the neighborhood. Which is wonderful. Alright, like I said, it's somebody's birthday. I've got a couple hours leeway if I want to go and intercept Karen at Gotz. Atelier games are ugh on the surface and then bizarrely deep underneath. See, I saw my middle brother playing a lot of Atelier for the PlayStation 2, but he has tragic taste in video games, so kind of took that as a hint to stay well away. Alright, we still have a couple of hours. Gotz is pretty nearby. Maybe... oh yeah, it would help if I took care of these. I made the mistake of befriending a cat in my neighborhood. Now it defecates in my yard. Sorry to hear that, KevDev, but you brought that on yourself. Cats play by their own rules and nobody else's. Well, Dignato, can you give an example of how the Ugu Atelier games are actually deeper underneath? Alright, we got an hour in the pouring rain. We don't even have anything to cut down. I guess I'll just eat all of these mushrooms that I find lying around. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, it was probably just your friend here. He only hits one note. Hello, beautiful. You don't want to talk to me, do you? She really didn't. So Karen, what brings you here? Yes, coincidence. You know what else is a coincidence? This vast amount of alcohol that I have in my backpack. Funny the way things turn out, eh, Karen? I'll leave you to it. You Gots and B-Man. Dr. B. Alright, like I said, it's a special somebody's birthday today, so I better go and make them happy. Is she chasing up the money that Gots owes her dad? I think most people in this town owe Jeffrey some money. Alright, we may give our wine to Karen, but the person we give our wood to is Carter. I'm going to teach you the recipe for an afternoon snack I make for the kids. It's easy to make. So file it away in your head. What you need are strawberries and milk. Just blend them in the mixer and you're done. Sometimes I add honey, sugar and salt. Well, thanks, Carter. I think it's called strawberry milk. Maybe I shouldn't give him the poisonous mushroom. But maybe I should also propose to him. Say my name when you pray, Carter. He sleeps in the church's basement, you know. Gustavo Banished is asking if I plan on doing an Albania playthrough on Hoi 4. Yes, I am. I don't have a time slot planned for it, but it will be done. You know, I haven't spoken to Mary for quite some time. How's she doing? I wonder if she likes poisonous mushrooms. Oh wow, I didn't actually expect her to love them. Sorry, but there are other people I want to teach all sorts of things to. Not you. You get away from me. Well, another wholesome day for Marvin. I think it's off to bed for him, unless... Oh, I wanted to grab some truffles so I could make truffle rice, so I guess I'll get on that. I already have 2, but as the French say, never a 2 without a 3. I don't know where I heard that. I'm pretty sure a Frenchman told me that, as we say in France, never a 2 without a 3. But I've just twisted that saying ever since I heard it. One time my friend, he was moving house, but he had some extra crap that he couldn't take with him. I was like, oh, I'll take this off your hands. And it's like, oh, you can have this as well, I don't need it. It's like, okay. And he was just about to drive away. I went, let's not call him by his real name, let's make one up, let's call him Ewan. I said, come on Ewan, never a 2 without a 3. And then I started taking his stuff. That memory will always warm my heart. So would finding a fish right now. Ah, I'm awful at the fishing in this game. I was some kind of incredible Harvest Moon speedrunner, I would chop away at the cedar tree here for a death warp back home. I want to try finding another fish though, come on. Pretty sure you're free to litter around here all you want. But I don't want to take the risk. I mean, I'm 99% certain there are no ill sides to littering on Mother Hill. But it would feel bad. And a lot of the Harvest Moon game is about feeling. Come on, fish. I want to do like that Calvin and Hobbes strip where he just holds a bucket next to the lake and says, "Here, fish." But that was as good as you can get. You can't get large fish inside Mother Lake. But we managed to get a medium one, which is pretty decent going. This is my offering to the Harvest Goddess. Now let's go for a dip. Mr. Tissues says this doesn't have any of the charm of the SNES Harvest Moon. Well, I think you're just using your nostalgia goggles. But then so am I when I play this. This is my first Harvest Moon. And it was one of my very early PlayStation 2 games. Well, PlayStation games, shall we say. I never had a PlayStation, but I got a PS2. Ah, those are the days. When the amount of games you had were very limited and you enjoyed each and every one of them. Even that really crappy tank game I had. I had some game with flying tanks. Can't remember what it was called though. For the PS2. A real budget title. Every so often I'd have a tenner to spend in Asda and I'd buy some crappy game. But hey, that's also how I got Stronghold. Away you go. What is it, 10 days for the fish to breed? I've got 27 of them. Soon enough I'll have more. You need 50 for that scumbag Greg to give you a fishing pole. It was nice having rain, but short-lived. Did you ever play Birthright the Gorgon's Alliance? No, I not only never played it, but I have never heard of that. I guess I'll throw this into the fridge as well. Was the flying tank game called Panzermat? It was not called Panzermadels. I think it was an early 2000 title. No kidding though, it was awful. Good boy, Homer. Fetch. And just imagining the pathfinding that went into making him do that properly. Oh, nice. Game's spoiling me for rain now. Alright. Farmer Fran, Farmer Fran! About the hothouse, is there anything else different compared to normal fields? Wouldn't call it difference, but there are certain seeds that you can only... That is a lie. That is a bare-faced lie, Farmer Fran. Need to get some commissioner on that. Okay, I need to make sure I'm there at the Sheep Festival, and oh, Song Hour. Item, let's hear the song. Tools used on animals, part 2, medicine for animals. You can cure sick animals with this. It can't be used preventative. Miracle potion makes them pregnant. Nasty. And you can't use the cow miracle potion on the sheep. Okay. I like that. For some reason, you can't make a sheared sheep pregnant. Like, we don't know why, but for some reason. Wonderful. So, I'm sure what they're trying to tell you is that orange cup fruits can only be grown in a hothouse. That is not true. You can grow them on your field in spring, summer, or fall. The only thing is you can't see them until you harvest them, so what you'll have are invisible crops. Pardon me. The master is probably not going to have as much affection with us as the other sheep. Since we've missed a day of talking to him. Oh well, doesn't matter. As long as Rance gives me the milk. Doing a full Rance playthrough can't come soon enough. It's gonna take a hell of a long time though. It is not a short game. Not the first time Farmer Fran has blatantly lied on live TV. She's a monster. She needs to be stopped. So imagine how much of a hassle this would be with 20 livestock instead of just 8. 8 is nice because I can hold 8 pieces of feed with no need to do any kind of backpack shenanigans. 20 though. That's 3 trips to the feeder and navigating my way around all those guys. Good going, Caesar, but I'm not going to brush you anymore because you don't deserve it. Will it be true root or one of the if roots, Jake? I have no idea what you mean. Oh, right. I don't know. I think it'll be wherever the wind takes us. Certainly isn't going to be pacifist route, though. But I might just make it a new game plus so that I can actually get an extra action fan. Because having an extra action fan makes so much difference. So there's no need to go and do the whole egg routine. Simply because Anne isn't going to be there, it's a festival day. So we should take care of all of our farming chores before anything else. It's something I found a bit sad and something that was sorted in, lo and behold, Rune Factory 4. That on a festival day, you're not going to see any of the villagers anywhere. Only the ones that go to the festival are the ones you'll see that day. And I really do find that sad. It's like everybody just keeps their doors locked on that day and you will not find them. With the exception of the ones that want to go to the festival. It's not even everyone. There's like 50 characters in this game and you're only going to see about 12 of them at the festival. For a village as close-knit as this, you'd think the turnout would be a bit better. And once again I point to Rune Factory 4, where just about every villager makes it out for the festivals. Then again, there are also far fewer villagers. Everyone seems to come from a broken home in Rune Factory. God damn, I love me some sweet potatoes. I've heard from a lot of people that think sweet potatoes are disgusting. I don't understand. Sweet potatoes are just like leveled up potatoes. They're delicious, full of fiber. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. I got all the uses of the other potato, except they taste even better. How good do they taste, Marvin? Delicious, you say? I agree. So you can be forgiven for thinking each of the fall days have been fairly monotonous in this playthrough. After all, there have been quite a lot of crops to see to. Thankfully, there hasn't been quite as much watering as we had in spring. But you might think, what's the point? The days are awfully samey. Well, I play this game to relax. A lot of hectic gaming going on in my life, so it's nice to just sit back and enjoy something so simple, so serene. So I'd better get to that sheep festival, but... Hey, they did explicitly tell me it's in the morning, but I don't think we'll miss it. Oh, I thought the grass was ready. I have a bit of a plan, but not something worth doing what I was thinking of doing there. Da 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 da. Love the village tune. So do we got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in a village with loads of people. Well, sod what they want to do. If nobody's going to turn out, I'm going to enjoy a bit of fishing. One of the nicer exploits in the game, if you have a festival somewhere that has a river, well, you can enjoy fishing up tons of fish. And if you bring a basket with you, you can shove the rubbish into the backpack. Except sometimes you just get old shoes. Did I say shove it into the backpack? I meant into the basket. Rubbish does not count as one of the 30 slots in a basket. Da, 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 da. I'm very glad that PlayStation have not changed their controllers throughout all the years. I mean, there have been subtle changes, but the overall shape of it is the same. It's not at all like Xbox or Nintendo. God, certainly not Nintendo, where there's nowhere they haven't been with their controller. It means when I sit and do something in this game, even using the PlayStation 4 controller, just part of my hands being where they are feels comforting, because it's the same place they were 16 years ago. 16 years? Oh man. It's concerning. Alright. Wonderful. We got a fish. It was all worthwhile. Ellie there serving to remind me that I need to get on that Terranigma playthrough. Might do that this week. It's not often you see Carter unhappy. Oh, I got something that'll scare you, Rick. Stay away from my sheep. Alright, let's do this, Gramps. That looks like a whole load of me not winning. A sheep shearing contest. Oh, that sounds quite morbid. How do you, Doctor? It's good that the old man here points to the yarn maker, because for 30,000 gold, once we have some orichalcum, we can buy a yarn maker. We can also buy a cheese maker and a mayonnaise maker. You could make mayonnaise in the kitchen if you were so inclined, but that would take one long time. Vicinator is asking how long we've been going for. Not even an hour. It's a strange criteria, but I guess that means Mana is a vegetarian. Okay, I didn't win, but we gave it a college try. And yes, we need to get back to work. I can't remember if they said they'd return my sheep today or tomorrow. I should go and have a look for Master. I grabbed a lot of crap. I'm just gonna throw it into the basket. But the one small fish will someday grow to be a large fish. In it goes. Specifically in 20 days, provided I remember to feed my fish. Which is never a given. Who did win? If you don't win, then they don't really tell you. 1, 2, 3... Did he just absorb my sheep? The cows are really big. Okay, well, guess we'll be seeing Master again tomorrow morning. Wonder if there's... Nah, we'll just go straight to bed. We'll get plenty of sleep. I owe that to Marvin, right? Making a save, not because I'm going to be stopping here, just because I want to have a save. Seems that Master was not the Master. No, I think this is just Master controlled by Dennis Wolf. Master Mud Diver. Mud kind of cakes onto the wool and makes you not look like the finest for the competition. Contest was rigged. You know, in these kind of small towns, the contest of who's got the best sheep, best cows and all that, serious business. Good boy, Homer, you managed to catch something I threw directly into your face. Alright, what more lies do you have for me today? When I was fishing in the ocean last summer, I caught a big squid-like thing that was different from the normal fish. It's probably one of the kings that live in the ocean. I think you can only catch that squid in summer. Moreover, you can't catch it unless you cast a small fish as bait. That's interesting, because that would add to your litter count. Jimmy's stealing the line. What do you got for me, newsman? Fall is almost over. Can you harvest all your field crops before winter? Try and harvest them all. Okay. Nope, don't need to know about wrestling. So, today is Anna's birthday. And it would be Karen's birthday if my birthday was on fall 15, but it wasn't. Mine was on fall 9. Where in... Oh, there's my sheep. Strange location it's chosen. But I'm sure Master's doing fine. At least now we can take Master's wool from him. Yes, today's Anna's birthday. I don't know what Anna likes, but she probably likes flowers. I mean, really, who doesn't like flowers? I think the old man Saibara doesn't like flowers. That could be it. I mean, one is neutral towards them, but I'll take neutral. Neutral is still bonus to relations. Right, which of my many sharp instruments do I need to get Rance's milk? Lovely. Fairly insignificant amount of money out of these, thanks to the vast amount we make from harvesting our crops. But hey, if you're interested in numbers, it brings these numbers up. It's a nice sound. It's like striking a pumpkin. Good sound effects in a game tend to be subtle, but I think they really add something to it. And that's not just because I talk a lot to Bjorn. Alright, I'll give you a brush, but this will be the last one you get. Now stay in there, and don't speak of the outside world. Alright, rainy Thursday, so we're not going to catch Anne. At least not by the goddess waterfall. But we will catch her. And then we will shove her full of eggs. Speaking of eggs, did I take care of my chickens yesterday? I get the impending feeling that I did not. Hope they're not sick. They're going to be a little angry with me because I didn't feed them. Popuri, for example, went down a heart. And they're not going to lay eggs for me. Hello Callum, life on the farm is as pleasant as ever. Question for you is, when's your next SMT playthrough? Or are you too busy conquering China? I feel bad for those chickens now. So if you're sick of weeds on your farm, you could really increase your relations with Gray? I always get confused between Greg and Gray, but the little bookworm guy who's into Mary and not into blacksmithing. If you get your relationship with him high, it's like 150 or 200. Easily done with loads of ore on his birthday. Then he'll come and he will rip out all the weeds in your farm, which is pretty nice, and you'll also get a few other funny events with him. Alright, so there are eggs there, but I think those are just eggs from another day. I'm going to expect 0 eggs tomorrow. But I'm lucky that none of them got sick. Because then I'd have to go and get some medicine for them. And if the shops are closed, then you are out of luck. Except you can still save a chicken if it's sick. What you need to do is hold on to it and stay up all night. Probably sometime in forever. Thanks, Callum. And welcome to the family, Emperor Dragon 18. I'll do my best not to lay into that name. Sounds like a cop-out boss from Monster Hunter. Jake, can't you buy some medicine and store it for a rainy day? I certainly could. Maybe I should, seeing as how neglectful I am towards my animals. Oh shoot, I wanted to get some wine, but I'm past the time for that. Oh well, instead of wine I can go and get some rice, so that I can make truffle rice. Because I want at least one recipe in my recipe book. Wooden homes are comfy, don't you think? How are you doing, Pot Puree? Yes, you do. I'd give you a flower, but I don't want to. Alright, getting creepy here. Maybe I'll just chat up your mother instead. How's it going, Lily? Yes, I need some medicine, but really, the smile on your face is all the medicine I need. Which is fitting, because you don't actually sell medicine. Well, not going to waste my trip here, so I'm going to force Rick to drag 99 units of chicken feed to my farm. Now I'll kick him out the house, tear him away from his very enjoyable pastime of staring at the hole in the wall. Hate you, Rick. Maybe it's you that sells me the medicine. Come on, Barley. Where do you get medicine from? Maybe I already have medicine at home. That sounds like the kind of forward thinking that I would do. I didn't buy the bell though. Maybe I should. It's not like 500 ducats is a huge wallop. Oh. You couldn't just send it home, you know? Send May or the dog to go and bring it to my house? Well, too bad. Only boring people get bored. So I got no time for people that claim they get bored. And that's not me just talking up, that's really what I say to people that tell me they're bored. They usually react with, "Shut up, Jake." And then I grin. You actually have medicine at home, Jake. You purchased it about 2 months ago. I'm glad one of us remembers what I do. And you are so beautiful. Please take all of my eggs. I don't know what you do with all these eggs, but that is your business. We'll get there someday, lads. Oh, Cliff, you finished with your job. Face like that, he looks like he should be the protagonist. Or a Dragon Ball Z character. Okay, well, I've arrived in town with nothing for anyone, so let's go and get that rice. And I'm actually going to buy a loaf of bread as well. Terrifying economy that bread costs 100 gold, but... rice is what I came for. Excellent. So we've got our bread, we've got our jelly donuts, and hello, Sasha. No, I think your failed marriage gives you the blues. Alright, I'm out of here. Yeah, that'll do. But I came for you, Anna. I heard it's your birthday. And I've got the most cop-out gift for you. Have some bread. You are Anna, right? Or am I mucking things up? Well, she liked the bread very much. Funny she didn't give me much of a birthday reaction. Well, can't ask for everything in life. Oh, that was a failure. 28 fish though. Either I'm terrible at counting or they're breeding. Potentially both. Fish need to be big fish before they can breed. But once they become big fish, they last forever. Unless you eat them or... No, no! Oh, that was a terrible mistake. I had to go back and buy more donuts. Alright, this time let's not just throw them away willy-nilly. Ah! Always a pleasure, Mana. Listen, I've got something for you that drives all the housewives wild. Okay. She likes it as much as she likes flowers then. I should really look up what Mana's favourite things are. I'm wondering if it's worth heading to the hot springs. I think not, since it's a rainy day. I didn't have to go and exhaust myself by watering all my crops. Alright, let's do this. We don't need any utensils apparently, and all we need are jelly donuts and a truffle. Ton 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 ding. Hi, Dikimashita. We've got ourselves truffle rice. You can make this and eat it, but you can't sell it. That's a shame. Who loves truffle rice? I'd like to give this to somebody. I'll store it in the fridge for now. But if there's someone out there that really likes truffle rice, I'm going to make them so happy. go fetch. There we go. Good boy, Homer. Now stay. Alright, this time Jimmy gets to lead in. What did you do with the king that you caught? I tried to bring it home, but it was too big and too heavy. How do you make a fish print? Do you cover it with ink and then roll it under a roller? I feel so ignorant of the fishing world. Alright, let's get to work. The blacksmith loves truffle rice, Jake. Ooh. You mean the old man blacksmith? Because I can get behind that. Alright, Saibara, it's your lucky day today. It's all fun and games. Farming, looking after my animals, but really, it's mana that I want to be taken care of right now. T for head. Fourth head? Some guy with a name says, has he said anything about the Hardala campaign? I don't think I have. I probably made some vague promise to play it today, but that hasn't happened. I will come back to it though. I mean, there's a big war that I want to fight. But Hearts of Iron's very existence has really gotten in the way of that. Plus, kinda feeling they need to play Terranigma soon. Yeah, there's so much streaming to do. And I would say so little time, but there really isn't. I'm on vacation. I'm only week 1 of my 3 weeks of vacation. Hello, Caesar. Goodbye, Caesar. I'm halfway tempted to cut these things down. I think that's what I'll do. I'm not going to look after whatever those things are, eggplants, anymore. They're not a very pleasant vegetable. I eat them without complaints, but when I go shopping, I pass right past the eggplants. The big part of that is not having a kitchen. I often moan about not having a place to live in Sweden, but things are proceeding with that. After another heated debate with the bank, I might finally get one of these elusive Swedish låneluftas that might actually cover the cost of living somewhere in this godforsaken city. I certainly hope so. Oh jings, I need to be a bit faster or else I won't be able to present Anne with more eggs than she could ever... Oh. It's alright, I got a backup for this situation. Window Washer's Dream says, this music is so great, what's it called? And what in the world happened to my first bit of this? There we go. I think this is just called Fall. However, when I ripped the music from this game, apparently it was all made by cats in capital letters. Don't know what it could possibly mean. I love you, Homer. Always have a backup plan. The first gift you give someone has more of an impact than later gifts. So if I'm limited on the number of spa-boiled eggs I have, I may as well give Anne just the one. Jake, what is your actual level of your Swedish language skill? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give myself absolutely nothing. We'll get you there yet. And I also want to buy up some more wine for our beloved Karen. But we've got time to go and chop down some wood. Naturally. That's for the best, it's not worth learning. Well, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I remember when I came here first, I was like, yeah, I'll learn Swedish. I'll be able to be one with the locals or whatever. And then, oh, everybody here already knows English. And the language is utterly useless outside his borders. Well, you know what? I think I'm just fine and dandy not wasting my time on this. Yeah, we're good. Forever Lona says, Jake, watched your 2 hours of hell Portal stream last night. Wow. Oh, shoot, my truffle rice. Didn't imagine that being something anyone would go out of their way to watch, but hey. Watch the Out Oni one, that's better. There was a lot of talk about the internal dev multiplayer. Did that ever end up being streamed anywhere? Yes. We did a campaign and it was streamed and it's all online. If you check YouTube for Paradox Extra, you will find the streamed EU4 developer multiplayer. I did not play in it, I narrated it. Really, I want to get back to doing that, but we are not currently streaming it because of big secrets, probably. Old man better like this. Here you go. Just take your stupid gift. All you need are turnips and vinegar. After that, you just cut them with a knife. It's so simple. Young lads like yourself would probably also like to season them with sugar. Yeah, okay. Swedish people look at me with a very strange look at the idea of putting vinegar on their food, like vinegar on chips. Or salt and vinegar crisps. Hello, Duke. The words of a broken man. Hello, Mana. Oh, our money is looking even better. I'll get 2 bottles of wine and a bottle of grape juice, because one should always seek fatherly permission. Not that the no is prohibitive, it's just good to know where you stand. Jake, that's because what you said sounds monstrous. Are you even human? Vinegar? Yikes, vinegar's great. Have you ever put an ant on the end of your tongue? It'll piss out something that also tastes of vinegar. Maybe that didn't really sell the concept to you very well. There you go, Jeff. Good. I'm going to do the same to your daughter. if she ever shows up. Let's see, it's a Friday at midday. So she's actually in the house section. Actually, I'm friendly enough with the family that maybe they'll let me into the house section by now. Ah, close but no cigarillo. If you're friendly enough with the family, they'll let you into their magical chamber, right? You're no L to me, but there you go, Ellie. Oh, we've gone too far. I need to keep her at blue. You know what, it doesn't matter. If I was going for some kind of madman 100% Harvest Moon, then yes, I would want 3 girls at blue-ish hearts. So we would have Ellie, Mary, and... well, actually 2 is fine. Anyone at green is bad news. It's not fun. I don't... it's one of the most horrible things to listen to. We're close, lads, I can feel it. Once I get her to red, I can finally pop the question. I have a big enough house for it, I have the blue feather, all I need is someone at a red heart. And Karen is close. You again. No, it's not. I used to devour books when I was a child, but then video games. How's it going, Cliff? You're actually being a productive member of society and helping me get the wine that I need to pour down Karen's throat. Look, just take this and go away. So as we come towards the end of the season, I'm going to start cutting down my crops. I could still get 1, maybe even 2. Yeah, probably actually 2 more harvests out of these eggplants, but I've decided I'm done with them. I only really needed 100. It'll give us less to water, less to harvest. And we can move on to part 4. 4 out of 4 for this Harvest Moon playthrough. Because as I said, I want to do 1 whole year. Within 1 year you'll see almost everything in the game. And it's not worth doing a second cycle just to see the few things that you won't see in year 1. And year 3 will have absolutely nothing that you couldn't have seen in year 1 and 2. Not strictly true, but true enough for me not to take it back. Alright. Farewell, money. I knew you well. Cross counter. That money looks so good to me. Done and done right. Alright, we'll be able to get more eggs tomorrow, which is always good. Jake, are you plotting to marry some NPC in this game? Everyone other than Marvin is an NPC. I voted at the very start of this playthrough, however many months ago that was, on who will marry, and it was very tight between Anne and Karen, but Karen pulled ahead, so she's the one we're going to be proposing to. Take a quick nap in here and we'll play tomorrow as well. The dinner fork says the only thing that goes well with licorice is imminent death, so you don't have to experience the flavour any longer. Yeah, licorice is awful. It's bad enough on its own. Why do the Scandinavians insist on salting it and mixing it in with other perfectly nice candy, so it all ends up salty? Ugh. It's no good. Another barefaced lie they told on Life on the Farm is that you need at least an hour in the hot spring to really feel anything. No, an hour is most likely more than you're ever going to need. I think even at absolute minimum everything, 1 hour 40 will cure everything. I'm not even getting close to needing that. Not yet, but tomorrow, since we've shipped over 100 of all fall crops, spinach will be available. It wasn't pumpkins. Pumpkin is summer. Spinach will be available. Spinach is pathetic when it comes to turning a profit. The only reason you'd really want it is to go for 100%. Who's going for that anyway? Good boy. Fetch. I love my dog. Right, today's TV shopping. We cannot forget to go to the inn today and actually order that jazz. So yell at me if I start making motions toward bed without having gone to the inn. Everything dies except the crops you grow in the hothouse, and the only thing I need to do in the farm is take care of the animals? Yes! Maybe I should start seeing to getting that hothouse. It'll be expensive, but also kind of not worth my time. I got bags of cash. Well, I say bags of cash. I can't even afford the 3 makers right now. But I will. Licorice ice cream is a thing? Yes, it is. You better believe it. If there's a foodstuff, they have a licorice version of it. Here in this godforsaken place in Scandinavia. So there we go. Spinach is indeed available in the shop now. Well, spinach seeds. There's another thing that Harvest Moon kind of evolved into with the Rune Factory. Just about anything you can grow or even produce one way or another can be bought in the shops. The prices are hideously inflated. But it's good to know that if you really want something and you're oozing with money from, you know, running the successful farm that of course you've been making, the game will give you an out that you don't have to literally farm for items. Show me the milk, guys. Okay, one of you have the goods. Stop performing mitosis, I need my milk. Huh. You're doing some real funny business with me here. There we go. Godforsaken place. So Sweden, not your cup of tea then. Sweden will stop not being my cup of tea when I actually have my own place around here. Honestly, it's a wonderful place. Maybe not Stockholm. Stockholm's a bit crap. But in general, the people here are nice, if massively emasculated. The climate is just my kind of thing, because it's pretty much identical to home. Jake out wanking the will net more milk. Cheers, Callum. Alright, now we said we're abusing Caesar from now on, we're not giving him any brushes. Besides, this is rants we're talking about. The temptation to cut down my sweet potatoes is pretty high, until I remember just how much money they make. It's too much to really pass up on. Fun thing is, there's no real need to sickle them down, since winter will obliterate everything anyway. Now, if I was going from summer to fall, for example, I'd need to sickle them down, otherwise they would get in the way of other perfectly growable crops. Alright, I'll see to the rest of this later. I've got a woman to woo. I heard the thick fog of socialism taints the Swedish air, Jake. Yes, it does. You just can't do wrong in this country. It's disgusting. I see you there, Popuri. Surrender your young. James pulled that out like it was a magic trick. Just imagining that in Sweden the draw distance is a blood-red fog of wealth redistribution, like Silent Hill but worse. Come on, Anne. Make the push. So close and yet so far. I am somewhat tempted to go for the hothouse. I'm not that short on the wood. What would I need? 200 of it? 200 would cost... Actually, 200 wood would cost 100,000 gold, I think, because it's 500 a pop. No, it's 50 a pop, right? So it only cost me 10k. I'm gonna get that hothouse. I wonder if Papuri likes these. Ha! She likes weeds, but she doesn't like green grass. What a prude. Oh, I like it. Shouldn't eat the red grass though, it's a little poisonous. Now the tricky thing is when to grab Gotts. He's a hard man to get a hold of. He's very Swedish, he's always taking breaks. Like right now. It's Saturday, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone down to the village for some errands. Oh, well there's you. He must be about, surely. I guess he just doesn't want to speak to me. That's cool. But I really want that hothouse in time for winter, even if I'm barely going to use it. Man, what does that woman really like? What does Mana love? Is it anything I have for her? Oh. Maybe we can just have a quick look on my everything you need to know about Mana file. Ah, of course, the pink cat flowers. And we have plenty of those. Bring one for the beautiful lady. Oh, okay. Well, that's not going to do me any good. Closed on Saturdays. I often forget when these places are open and closed. Well, what am I doing heading to town then? I gotta give Karen something. Even if it's just a smile. But she's probably not out and about. I think that's after 1, so I'll pop in and see Ellie. You're not getting that though, that's for Mana. I could just leave her on Greenheart forever, and then she will forever warn us about a flu that's going around. Which is the way of it. There are always people saying a flu is going around. Okay, I'm sure you thought I'd forget, but I won't. Time for a call. Our next item is this whisk for $1,000 dues. Yes, please. Very few recipes require a whisk, but we'll be there for the ones that do. I feel for Doug a bit, I'll give him a flower. I know your daughter is falling for me, so here you go, this will take your mind off of it. Oh gosh. And I'll help keep your business afloat. I'll have 1 order of water, please. Delicious. Keep the change. Oh, I think I went and completely ignored Karen. Oh well, so be it. I'll have one last chance at trying to grab Gotts and telling him to build me a hothouse. Otherwise, there's farming to be done. Okay, he clearly just doesn't want anything to do with me today. I can take a hint. It's funny, because I hate grinding and farming in games so much. But when this game does it, it gets a free pass. Maybe I'm just a hypocrite. But I'm okay with that. Fork says, any thoughts of adding this soundtrack to your EU4 playlist? Feels like it would fit a Euro Babby start quite well. Absolutely not going to happen. Doesn't fit with the soundtrack at all, but you already know that. Window Washer's Dream says, Jake, are you from Edinburgh? You articulate yourself so. You must be pretty good at nailing accents, but I only stayed in Edinburgh for 1.5 years of my life. My home is in Moray. Because my home certainly isn't here, right? Thanks, Banks. I miss Edinburgh, a wonderful city. I've never fallen in love with something so quickly, and so utterly. And truly, if the choice is mine and I could live anywhere, and let's face it, it is, I'd choose Edinburgh. But then, if I didn't have to worry about working, then I'd go to the most remote place that has acceptable internet. That would be nice. This soundtrack bores its way into my soul. I see eggplants out of the corner of my eyes, flashes and mirrors. Random compulsion to destroy tree stumps. Help me, says Metal Slime Hunt. I think there is no help for what you have. Lovely. Not even sure if it's worth hitting up the hot springs. It's just good to hit up bed. Although I've got to grab GOTS tomorrow, I'm running out of time for getting that sweet hot springs on the go. All that I wish for is that I no longer live in this crap hole of a town. Well, Callum, you just gotta do it. So there'll be the dog race in winter? Even though I've been throwing the ball at the dog every day, I don't think it's going to be enough for him. Oh, sweet, more rain. A little chilly even. What lies do you have cooked up for me today, Farmer Fran? You said I can't grow crops during winter, so I'll have lots of time for other things. Do you have any suggestions for what I can do? Let's see, how about digging for metal ore at the mine? That reminds me, I've never even been to the mine. And in winter you have the luxury of fishing all day. That sounds good too. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Winter is terribly boring in Harvest Moon, really. That's why, in the Superior Rune Factory, they just allowed you to farm during winter. They made actual winter crops that only grow in winter. Clever. But the problem, well, maybe it's not a problem, since winter is kind of meant to be the slower time. All winter crops take a long time to grow. And what an attention hog of a cow. You know, forget it, I'll see to you later. I really don't know who's who now. There we go, it was Master Higgins causing all sorts of problems. So hang on, we got Rance, Sill, Shitatsu. Okay, I did get everyone, but I didn't milk you. There we go, we're in the money. Yeah, I've heard American internet is pretty awful. I couldn't survive somewhere that doesn't have very fast and affordable internet. Jake, if you write some DD, I guess you mean developer diary, when you're on vacation, it will be counted as overtime or more like absolutely worthless job. What? Well, I'm not going to because I'm not doing one while I'm on vacation. And we don't really have overtime as you would think it. We get an extra week of vacation every year with the understanding that if you need to do a bit of overtime, you do your overtime. Although it's never terribly forced upon you. And that's just my kind of lazy, non-committal wording. I remember when we had Fast 4 internet, and it was so slow. And then actually getting something half decent, and then broadband. Lightning fast broadband, I could actually play Resident Evil Outbreak online. I was so happy. Speaking of which, Callum, you owe me some Outbreak. There we go, so I think the chickens are back to loving us. There we go, wonderfully. Papuri, William and Lucky all love us, but Thagnus and Kiev a little less so. And we're doing fine with our barn animals as well. By the end of winter they should be at 8 or 9 hearts. Still sitting on ADSL1 waiting for that non-existent NBN. Don't come to Australia, Jake. Aye, roger that. How are you doing, Anne? Just you wait, I am going to rustle up the best batch of spa-boiled eggs you've ever had. They will be no better and no worse than any you have had thus far, solidifying my statement. Someday you'll love me. Just shows it takes a lot of gifts to max out somebody's affection with you. So the ultimate way to do it is give them 40 loved gifts on their birthday. Oh, perhaps Gots will be available to actually build us our hothouse now. Now I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get the hothouse, I'll plant something in it, probably some pineapples. Or maybe I'll just waste it and grow grass in it. And then the hurricane comes and blows it all away. Alright, I got 626. Wait, what? Build me a freaking hothouse. Okay, he's having none of that. Either doesn't work on Sundays or I came too early. be back. Alright, today is a Sunday, which means we're going to have a bit of an issue grabbing Karen, since the supermarket will be closed. But I'll grab her customary bottle of wine. When you factor in all the time spent speaking to Mana, I can't help but feel it would be faster going up to the mountain and grabbing Karen a truffle. But it's worth it if I get to see Mana's smiling face. There we go. Huh. I guess she does love this. Strange rumors might spread if you only give gifts to pretty girls. You are pretty, Mana. Pretty amazing. Good morning, Chrono. I'll admit I was a little torn on whether I wanted to load up Harvest Moon or trucking today. But for some reason when I do trucking lately, my back really starts hurting, so I figured I don't want a sore back tonight. What I do want is to find Karen. Karen won't be available until 7 o'clock at the inn, so I'm going to have to hold on to this wine for quite some time. Troubling. Oh well. Steering wheel leeches your life energy away. I just need a better seat here. And all that'll happen when I have a place to live. Oh right, we've got stuff to keep us going until evening time when we can court Karen. Nothing like some good love for her. If you do some kind of madman farming challenge, stagger your harvests for your own sanity. It makes things tolerable. I can't believe I did that 999 challenge. It was a foolish thing to do, but I still did it. Harvesting 999 of every crop in the game, including the bonus crops, which require 100 of each of the other ones for that season. It's the pain of not having classic William in the game. I still do not know how to replace character faces, and I wish I knew how. And I tried. I put at least 2 hours into trying to figure out how. Trying to find the right files to extract wasn't the hard part. The hard part was finding where to put them in, because it doesn't really make it easy to mod in drivers. Chomp. I know it's worth money, but still, chomp. So I got until about 10 PM, so I got time. It's probably too late for that vacation taking Gots to work on my hothouse, but I can try him. Maybe Sunday is just his I don't build stuff this day. Guess so. God damn it, Gots. Oh! Ugh. You're not having my wine either, though. Well, tomorrow surely it'll be fine. It'll be a Monday. Who doesn't work on a Monday? And then I might have my hothouse ready by winter. Chomp. Kind of wearing down our Marvin here. Might just stop by the hot springs on the way back for a wee while. 1 hour should be more than enough. Heck, 40 minutes should be plenty. I was hoping to get Karen proposed to this session. So I think I'll play tomorrow as well, just in the hopes that I can hit red heart with her and pop that question. Will you be my alcoholic stay-at-home wife? Really, I think that's the words that every woman wants to hear. They just can't all be that lucky. So I get to stay at home, you do all the work, and I get all the alcohol I could ever want. Where's the downside? Playing this has made me forget all the woes of failed Liberian invasions into Ireland, or getting lost in the Poppin Maze, falling down the same hole over and over again. Or worse, and it does get worse. Nancy Drew. I hate to butt in between you two, but I have something for you. I might be. Why won't you just hurry up and marry me? Ah, go figure. Do you like raspberries? Yes, you do. I would talk to you, but you'd tell me the same thing you do all the time, so instead I'm going to give you this. Duke's not having any of my nonsense. I really like Duke. I mean, I love his wife, but I like Duke. I got a truffle that I could give Karen. I don't know, this truffle's worth 500. Not enough, though. Okay, I think tomorrow's the fateful day. We get our hothouse. We pop the question. I'm sure we can get Karen liquefied tomorrow. Might be a little expensive on the wallet, but it's worth it for her, right? Also, before we go to bed, there's one of the more satisfying things I ever find to do. Something that was kind of lost in Rune Factory, because you just pick up grass. I like that. It just feels good, because you have to wait a while to be able to do this. And it just feels good to finally do it. Unleash the beast. Okay, this would not be fun if, and let's try it for a sec, you had to harvest your grass like this. It's kind of a nice sound though. It's more efficient in terms of stamina, and so much faster in terms of time, just to use the level 5 attack. Given the amount of alcohol you're going to be buying with this new wife, I'm sure you'll be able to convince yourself it was worth it. I can try. And before all big decisions, always make a save. Do I have a slot too? It's not that important. 3 saves is plenty. I don't know why I made a 9th of... Oh, I made a Harvest Festival save, that's right. Not so sure I'm gonna need it, but what have you. When memory cards were a whole 1 megabyte. They were huge! They're like half the size of your fist. God, I remember the N64 memory cards as well. Big chunky things that they were. Television, teach me. That's not what I wanted to learn. Farmer Fran, yes Jimmy. Taking up where we left off yesterday, are there any other good things to do during winter? No. It's a good time to level up your tools. If you reached Winter 1 without most of your tools at least at gold, then what the hell have you been doing? Winter should be used for making good friendships. Jake, did you ever find out if you can game over in Truck Sim? We tried and I was unable to. Despite my best efforts. Despite my best effort. Winter's really nice, but the only winter I've had here in Stockholm was incredibly pathetic. I'm hoping we get a good one this year. Some of the winters I had in Aberdeen were amazing. Like even in the middle of the city, just... you can't walk through that stuff, you gotta carve a path. Just like Rance would. Gurgle making exactly the kind of juvenile comment that I don't like seeing in Twitch. Kindly keep that rubbish away from here. I don't even want to see to Caesar now. It's just come in. What's it called when you whistle at people like that? There's some kind of like something calling? Wolf calling? I don't know. I'll give you another brush because I feel bad for you. I want you stuck at 10 hearts preferably. Question is, do you remember the N64 expansion pack with the red top? Oh yes. Yes I do, and that was something I got from Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark was like 70 bloody quid. Worth it though, because holy smacks, that game was incredible. GoldenEye was awe-inspiring at the time, but really it's not that good. Perfect Dark though, Never played the Xbox version of Perfect Dark though. Because I didn't have one, so go figure. Now it's a rainy day, so we will not be able to intercept Anne. At least not yet. We'll be sure to go knocking on the inn, see if we can't drag her out. GoldenEye was way better than Perfect Dark. Whoa. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, no matter how wrong it may be, but how could you think that? Is it because in GoldenEye you could have clobbering time? Wonderful. Okay. Goats. I'll try you again at 9. If you're not going to play ball then I'll go off and get some liquid love for Karen. Nope, okay. I'll try and make my way back here before noon. Oh, the good old Clob, the best worst gun out there. I mean, is there anything redeeming about the Clob? It just seemed like the kill me it hurts to live gun of GoldenEye. Poor Duke. Alright, I have enough money to get all 3 makers, which is nice. But that will not be the case after I buy the hothouse, if I indeed can buy the hothouse. Not a problem though, steady milk income will allow us to get the makers. And the yarn maker is borderline worthless anyway, because you get wool so infrequently. So I think golden yarn is worth 1,000 gold? So yeah, you get 1,000 gold every 7 days, whereas you could get like 600 gold worth of milk or cheese every day, so... Don't have to be all that great at maths to figure out how that's meant to go. You're not Karen. You want me to feel sorry for you? At least you have a house. Where's my angel? There she is. Are you level 30 condescending and using a trident? Because you look like an angel to me. That's a red heart if ever I saw one. She's not going to give us her red heart dialogue because she's actually cleaning at the moment, which is a shame. I want to stop by and see her red heart dialogue because it's really cute. But sadly she is not our target. Come out, Karen. Okay, I think we have to wait a wee bit for her. It's a Monday and it's rainy. So from 1 to 4 she'll be available. So I need to go and try GOTS before then. So I'll try Gots, for better or for worse. I'll go and get Anne's Red Heart dialogue, and then I'll go and try and marry Karen. Unfortunately, Karen has skipped town in a fit of jealousy. If she really wanted to get at me because of jealousy, she just needs to go with Rick. Okay, good. This should be fine. I don't need that much. Good. 80 lumber should be plenty. I'll buy 100 just for a nice round number. Lonely man needs some money. And one hothouse, please. 30,000 gold, 585. Whoa, that's fewer than I thought. Why did I think I need 750? Maybe I needed 750 for the house extension. Whatever. There's some free money for you gots. I like Harold. Okay, it's midday. I should be able to get Karen's, Anne's Red Heart dialogue. She's still cleaning. Wow, she is dedicated to the cause there. I wonder if she'll still be cleaning at 1 PM. I gotta wait till 1 PM anyway before I go and see Karen. Liquidate her. Trying to remember if Rune Factory had alcohol in it. Oh, here we go. Aww. I said, do you want to help me carry this over to Karen? No? Alright, I'll do it myself. So a few loved bottles of wine should be plenty, right? Karen. It's been a long 2.5-month journey for this. Not biting, eh? Maybe your mother will. Not like I'd expect you to throw it away. Oh well. I've been throwing money away all the time, so I might as well go and have something at the inn. Hell, if I could support Gots with all... What did I give him? Like 5,000 gold for nothing? For lumber I didn't need? I can do the same for Doug. This time I won't have water. What'll I have? What do you have? I think I'll have some apple pie. That was pretty sweet. Really, I want something sweeter. I love you, Anne. Will you marry me? Done, and done right. So there we go, my heart can't lie. So, get wrecked, 51% or so of people that voted for Karen. We're going with Anne. There we go. Feels good doing the right thing. Well, thankfully I don't have to deal with any crops or anything else. I can just head to bed. Jake going rogue, fascism on the rise. I wonder when my wedding day is. I think it's set for a week after you propose. Well, better save on that note. Dodged a bullet there. Karen is a degenerate, says Tim. Seems like the game is churning trying to save this. Yeah, I guess the wedding must be later on. Okay, well, we did it. It's all set in stone now. But that's me done for today. It's actually getting pretty late / early. So, my heart's still beating from that. Well, what more is there to add? Cheers and cheerio.